You are the co-sponsor of the PR Self-Determination Act. Why did you choose to support the PR Self-Determination Act as opposed to the Puerto Rico Statehood Admissions Act?
For quite a few decades, I've watched with great interest and as an observer the plebiscites that have been held on the island since the 50s. None of those plebiscites have had the standing, the credibility, or have created the consensus to convince people on the island or in Congress to move forward. As a matter of fact, none of those plebiscites have ever had the backing of the U.S. Department of Justice. Puerto Rico Self-Determination Act, introduced by Representatives Velasquez of New York and Ocasio-Cortez of New York, which I am going to support, would essentially provide for the election of state convention delegates to participate in such a process that would pose the questions of political options for the island. It doesn't predetermine either statehood or Estado Libre Asociado or independence. It keeps all of those options open, including the possibility of new options. We believe that a permanent negotiating committee would be in place that would keep all of these options viable before a vote of any kind takes place. These are the steps that have never been taken with respect to a plebiscite. And again, it doesn't rule out any of the political options that the people of Puerto Rico would have the opportunity to chime in on what the future should be. We just think that it would have more consultation, more credibility and standing, and that would probably result in a larger participation, more democratic with a small d participation of Boricuas on the island in deciding the future fate and status of Puerto Rico.